What's up guys, and welcome back once again to do the reviews. Today I'm going to be checking out a new microphone, their current microphone, the newest microphone, the latest microphone from Fifine. I've done a few bits from these before. The lav mic I'm using now is theirs, and I've also done their M8s, I think it was called before. So they've been kind enough to send me out another of their microphones, their latest one, which is the AM8, so it's like an improved version. This is also a US, as well as USB, it's also an XLR connector as well. I don't have the XLR interface at the moment to use that, but I'll be using the USB side of it. So today we're going to check out this this microphone, show you all its features. It's RGB as well, which some of you will be happy about. Obviously, you'll be able to turn it off if you want. So we'll check out all the features. We'll do some recording testing with it so you can see how it sounds. I'll go back through my footage and I'll get the testing from the old one and also from my Yeti that I use normally, and we'll see how it compares to that. So let's basically get this unboxed, have a look at it. I've also got their boom arm they've sent me out as well. This is their BM88 boom arm, so I'll be putting it on that as well, and we'll be testing that out as well to see what it looks like, see if it's any good, see if it's worth buying basically. So stick with me guys, we'll get this unboxed, we'll have a look at it, see how it performs, and then you can make your decisions on whether you think it's worth buying. So let's get on with it. So let's do a quick unboxing of the AM8. We'll have a quick look over the box and basically tell you the features from the manufacturer themselves, so you can see whether it's for you in terms of the specs anyway. So as you can see, this is the AM8. It looks really nice, sort of a square shaped microphone instead of your standard round microphones. RGB at the bottom there, we'll have a look at that in a second. So the features of this: clean detailed voice, obviously we'll be testing the voices on this, dynamic cardioid capsule, USB connection, XLR connection like I said before, flocking windscreen, I don't know what that means, so apologies for that. It's got a 3.5mm headphone jack as well, so you can plug your headphones into it. Quick mute button, microphone gain knob, so it's got more functions on it than the old one had, the M8s, which didn't have didn't have a gain control on it, so that's nice to see. You've got a monitoring volume, so if you've got your headphones plugged in, you can monitor the voice like straight away. RGB, as I said before, control button for that, and adjustable yoke support, so it comes with a support as well if you don't have a boom arm or don't want a boom arm, you can have it directly on your desk. So in the box we get a user guide, tells you how to set it up, everything like that. Looks like a pretty detailed user guide, to be fair. Tells you everything you need to know about that. I shouldn't need to use that, to be honest with you, but we'll go through the settings of it later on. You get the base for the microphone stand, the one that comes with it, and then you get the microphone itself, and you get a USB cable as standard. You don't get an XLR cable with it. I assume they come with XLR interfaces, I'm not sure, I've never used one. Tighten that up on there, and then you can tighten the sides up as well to keep it in position, and as you can see it swivels around that way on the stand that it comes with, and it's got a pop filter on there as well, and that's the microphone underneath. Like I say, it's cardioid pattern microphone, really nice quality, sort of a velvety feel to that. Your RGB goes around the bottom here, so it's a bit more subtle than some of them. As you can see at the bottom, you've got USB-C, your XLR input, and your headphone output for monitoring. On the front here we've got a light button, I assume that will be to change the RGB, we'll check that in a second. Microphone gain, and also monitoring volume there. So that's pretty much all there is to show you in terms of the microphone. We'll get it set up on the boom arm in a minute. Let's just have a quick look at the boom arm. Right, as you can see now, we've got the microphone. It's not unplugged. It's not plugged in at the moment. I've done all my testing with it on the stand just for ease of use at the time, and getting the testing done. But now you can see we've got it on Fifine's boom that they've sent out to me as well. So again, thank you to them for sending this one out. And as you can see, it looks absolutely mint on this. Really good. It's sort of a low profile boom arm, so it sticks out low from the desk, and then you've got adjustment here on how you want it. You can have it sort of up here if you need it, that kind of thing. Have it however you want it basically. I think it's generally meant to be used sort of that orientation there. You keep the sort of bracket on from the microphone itself, and then attach that to the arm from there. And as you can see, you've got plenty of maneuverability. One thing, I mean, obviously with being low profile, you can't get it to come over and above you, so you can't have it like in front of your face and the screen at the same time. You have to have it off to one side really. So that might not be for everyone in terms of that, but as it stands, I think it's a decent boom. Plenty of adjustability on there, access to all your camera controls. Cable comes out the top there. As hopefully you can see on this, you've got also sort of a cable management channel that runs down the bottom of this arm and then the underneath of this arm as well. You can flip the arm the other way around, but the bottom one obviously has got to be in the same place. But it's got to be at the bottom, obviously. So you can have that one on the other side if you needed to route your cables, but obviously you can have your cables come out the back here. These cable channels, you literally put your thumb in there and you can slide it down there, and then you remove the plastic cover here, run your cables down the inside, the same on the bottom one, and then once you're done and they're tidied away how you want them, put that back on there and push it back up, and you've got your cables nice and covered and routed along your boom arm. But it's plenty, like I say, I could be sat here gaming and have it off to one side, and that's plenty to pick up your voice and not obviously be obstructing your view there at all. Like I say, you can swivel it all sorts of places and do it how you want it if you want it. That's probably one of the main things for the low profile arm, is you can have it sort of down here if you wanted it. Obviously you can have it down here so it's in front of your face, directly in front of your face, and while you're gaming, and it's not, with it being low profile, it's coming underneath you and you can still game and have this. So for streaming and stuff, that's going to be a really good use. So you've got a lot of options here with it being this low profile one, and I really like this this boom arm. It complements this microphone really well. So that's it about the boom arm, guys. Let's carry on and do the rest of the review. Right, so microphone's all set up, plugged in and ready to go. As you can see, the RGB is shining nicely. So as you can see, let's just talk through the microphone itself. As you can see, like I said before, pop filter on the front. We've got gain control on there. It would have been nice if the lights show you where you are on it, like literally go round kind of thing. That would have been good. We've got monitor control on there for monitoring the volume for monitoring what you're saying through the microphone. As you can see, RGB looks absolutely lovely. I'll hold that up to the camera so you can see a bit better. Looks really nice. Nice sort of subtle effect at the bottom there. And like I said before, you've got your RGB control button here. Tap it once to basically cycle through. You've got the rainbow effect, then you've got this one which cycles through the colours, one colour at a time. Then you go over to, I believe the rest of them are static colours, yep. So then you go through to your static colours, red, yellow, green, another green, sort of a blue, a darker blue, a pinky purple, a yellowy green, or probably meant to be white to be honest with you, and then back to that. So there's not a lot of RGB choice in there, but there's enough there to match your setup. Most people will probably leave it on the unicorn vomit setting, but if you've got white, or sorry, not white, if you've got like red, blue, green sort of theme, as you can see mine's red, you can set it and match that and it will look nice if you want to do that. Then hold that and you can turn it off if you don't want any RGB at all, and you can actually turn it off. So if you like this microphone but you don't want RGB, don't worry, you can turn it off and hold it again to turn it on. And that's about it in terms of the front of it. One thing I didn't mention before, basically because I didn't see it, is on the back here you've got your quick mute. So as you can see, it's green, ready to go, ready to record. Literally tap it and it goes red, so it's muted. Would have been, again, I prefer if it had been on the front so you can actually see what it's doing, because obviously you can't see it around there, but not a massive issue. Tap it again and it's ready to go again. So now let's do some testing with this, so we can see basically how good the sound control is. Right, so as you can see now, we're testing the microphone quality of this Fifine AM8 microphone. So you can hear the quality of it now. Basically, I'll do this little sort of test and then I'll switch over and show you my testing of the Yeti and the old M8 microphone, so you can sort of compare the quality of the three, and see which one's for you, whether you want to spend more for a Blue Yeti or if you want to go for this one, which is actually a really good price. We'll talk about that soon. I'll end this with this is a test of the Fifine AM8. This is a test of the AM8 by Fifine. So that's it, guys. I'll switch over to the other ones now so you can hear them, and we'll go back up top and talk about it. This is a test of the Blue Yeti microphone. This is a test of the Fifine microphone. This is a test of the Fifine microphone. Right, so there we have the Fifine AM8 Apligame microphone, which is an RGB condenser microphone for obviously whatever you want to use it for. For streamers, that kind of thing. My thoughts on this, to be honest with you, in terms of sound quality, I've had to listen to it back since I've done the recording. Obviously, you've heard it. I've included the old one, and I've included the Yeti. You make your decision on it in terms of the clarity. The clarity of the recording is absolutely fantastic, to me anyway. It sounds really, really crystal clear. One thing I do think about this, so it isn't very loud at all. It doesn't. I've got literally gains up. I've got it turned up on Windows, got it turned up on Audacity, and it's just not very loud. Whether you can get other software, what was that thing I used to use, Banana or something, maybe you can use that to increase it a little bit more, but this, as it isn't the loudest microphone, but it is, listening back, it's loud enough, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But in terms of the sound clarity, I personally think it's absolutely fantastic. It would be very interesting to get this plugged into an XLR to see the difference, because I'm not an audiophile at all. I don't know a lot about audio, so it'd be nice. I've heard that obviously XLR increases the quality of it, and obviously you've got more control of it if you've got the interface with all the different controls on it and stuff like that. So it would be very interesting. Hopefully Fifine will be able to send me one out at some point. I don't know if they will or not, but if I can get one of those, then I'll do a review on that as well with this microphone to see the difference between the USB and between the XLR to see the difference in quality. So sound quality to me, fantastic, not a problem at all. You be the judge of that. You tell me what you think about it. But personally, although it is still great, I don't see a massive difference. In terms of other things, like I say, I've talked about the RGB. I think it looks great. You've got enough options for most people. You've got static colours and you've got rainbows, different sort of rainbow effects. So you've pretty much got everything you need there that most people are going to want to use on this. Monitoring, I've not used that. I don't have a headset with a 3.5mm jack, so I can't use that, but I assume that'll be absolutely fine. And obviously the mute button does what it does. There's nothing much to talk about that. In terms of overall quality, build quality, absolutely fantastic, as I've come to expect from Fifine products. As I mentioned before, this is the lav microphone from them, the M6 I believe it's called, and it's absolutely fantastic for the price. I think I paid about £25 for this, and it's absolutely awesome. Hopefully you agree with me that it sounds great on these recordings, and it's made my life a lot easier. So Fifine have impressed me in the past, and to be honest with you, I'm impressed again with this. It looks really good, and does the job. Now lastly, let's talk about the price, probably the main thing you want to know about this. Price for this currently on Amazon is £59.99 Great British pounds, so probably be very similar in the US. I'd say it's probably $60. I'll put links in the description below to you to find that. You can buy it directly from Fifine, I believe. You can probably get it on AliExpress as well. Maybe you get it a bit cheaper, I don't know. But to me, £60 is a decent amount. When I bought my Yeti, I believe it was around £80 or £90, so it's quite a bit cheaper and does perform. I have seen this go on offer. I think I got it for less than that when I actually purchased it through Amazon. So yeah, keep an eye out on that. If you want it a bit cheaper, you might be able to get it cheaper. I'm not sure, but £60 is still a good deal. And like I say, it does a great job, and it looks really nice on your desk with the RGB. So yeah, if you're into RGB and you want a decent quality microphone and you don't want to spend tons and tons of money, then definitely give this one a look if it's for you. But I personally prefer the style of it with the square sort of shape to it. I think it looks really nice, and that's about it really, guys. I can recommend it if you're in the market for one of these, but obviously you be the judge of whether you think it sounds good enough or not, and whether you like the look of it or not, and obviously I'll leave that with you. So thanks for watching, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me any comments in the comment section below, and give this video a like if you liked it, or a dislike if you didn't like it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.